Welcome to the podcast. So today we have a special guest, Peter. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Peter, 15, go to Prairie Ridge High School.
What are your hobbies?
I like to play baseball. I play at club. I play for my school.
What's your favorite type of music?
I'm kind of an all type of music guy, but like my major preference is probably I'd have to go rap.
What's your favorite artist then?
Travis Scott. Big fan.
Check out. What, Dylan?
I'm just thinking about all those dead people.
Yeah, I mean,
the thousands that
I'm
died.
not talking about him as a person. I'm talking about his music. He's
Yeah.
a good artist.
Now, what would you prefer to be, a pirate or a knight?
Pirate.
No, which are better?
Pirate for sure.
See, Bobby, everyone says pirate.
It's pirate.
Everyone's wrong.
Knights,
I'm going to.
Knights are goofy, dude. You can't wear all that armor and still like have that sword. You could just like have like an eye patch and be like, oh, cool. And you could just go and like steal stuff. You'd be a pirate.
And they have a
easily.
cooler fighting technique. They have
Dude,
the swords and the guns.
They have a cooler word too.
Knights had
Swashbuckling.
guns.
Who doesn't want to be a swashbuckler?
What's a night? What's the night word?
Valor.
And what's your religion?
I'm Catholic.
Look at that. So today's topic is movies.
So we are talking about movies today, and as a good way to start, just want to talk about what are some of your favorite movies. Starting with Bobby.
The Godfather, The Dark Knight. What else?
Is this a specific order?
No.
No.
Star Wars.
Which one?
The new one.
The original three.
The new three?
No.
The original.
He
three.
likes the new three. Are you kidding me?
He really likes Ray.
Shawshank
He
Redemption.
likes Ray a little too
You
much.
got what else? James Bond. Daniel Craig's James Bond. It's really good movies. Inception.
You got a
Really
lot.
like
You got
Braveheart.
a lot. You got
I like
a lot
Braveheart,
of favorites.
too.
Yeah, we didn't have to say that. Man.
That's too
Yeah,
I didn't know how
So
many
now
was
I have
in
to
it.
think of like
I'm
20
just gonna
movies
go.
to
Let's
list.
just go top three. The rest of us top
Alright.
three.
If you had to say three of those were
Alright,
better
top
than
three.
the others.
Godfather, Inception, Dark Knight.
Nice.
That's pretty solid.
I'm gonna have to think of something different because two of those are mine. I'll say The Godfather 2 and it'll be original.
I'll say The Godfather 3. We're all good.
You're not putting The Godfather 3 in the top
Still,
three.
it was good. but
Dylan,
not
what are your
three.
top three?
My top three? Well, I don't want to just copy Bobby, so I'm going to name some different ones. I would say Blades of Glory was a work of art. It's easily one of the greatest comedies of all time. Men's figure skating. It's got to be the most inspirational
You're my
sport of all time. Figure skating. I'm going to say Tower Heist. I really enjoyed, even though as a movie I don't think it was that good, but I really enjoyed it when I watched it. And number one has to be Zoolander. It's the greatest movie of all time.
Are you
Calvin, what do you
serious?
think?
Zoolander.
Those all
See, he
three were
gets it.
terrible.
Well,
you haven't even seen two
0
of
for
those.
3.
When two comedies
I know
go up,
enough.
That's when you know.
Well, if you can't put a comedy in your top three.
You can put one. I just did
You
three.
can put maybe.
so.
It's hard. You can't put.
Zoolander.
Blades of Glory is
Zoolander.
understandable.
No, you can't.
Zoolander's a
Glory.
bad movie.
Zoolander easily top 3 movie. No.
Well, the best movie is either probably The Godfather over The Godfather 2. I won't put The Godfather 2 on the list. Another really great one is The Dark Knight because it's just a beautiful movie. The
Copy my
storyline.
whole list.
You stole my list. I've told you before.
Your list was like 20 movies.
You have,
What's
like,
the
all
third
movies.
movie? I never can think of the third movie.
I don't know.
Because
Those are the first two that come to mind.
Because the
They're
best
very
ones are Godfather and The Dark Knight. Other than that, I'm just lost for movies.
Downsizing.
What? No, that movie was awful.
bad. It was bad. Boring. It was horrible.
I'll come back with a third movie later, maybe.
Oh, it's gotta be Shrek.
You didn't prepare for this.
Shrek.
I didn't prepare with an exact top 3, no. Peter?
I'd say my favorite is probably Step Brothers. I like it when he like falls down when he falls down the stairs and
Where
makes
did
like
you
the
see
big
Step Brothers? I'm jealous.
I haven't seen Step Brothers, but it looks incredibly good.
It's so good. It's so funny. I'm not gonna spoil it. but they're
Please
funny.
don't.
It's good. Second favorite, I'm gonna have to go with the classic here. I'm gonna have to go with Cars. You can't go wrong with Cars.
Ooh.
Their favorite. This is a controversial one. Not a lot of people like this movie, but I liked the Simpsons movie. I like a lot of like kids movies. They're kind of fun to watch. I don't know.
The
Nostalgia.
Simpsons has a movie.
Yeah,
It's a good movie.
pretty good
It's
movie.
a solid movie.
Solid.
Solid 5 out of 10.
All right, Mister. Picking every single.
That
movie
doesn't
there
seem
is.
that solid. 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10 is perfectly average. That's as solid as you could get.
I liked it. I'd say those are my top 3 movies.
The first half was funny, but the second half got too serious.
I like a lot of those movies for like sentimental reasons, not because of the actual storyline, but they're my favorites.
Interesting.
Brayden.
So I'm gonna say The Godfather 2. I'm not gonna argue that it's a better movie. It might
not.
be.
It's not.
It was
might
really good though.
It's close, but
It might be. I don't know. It's hard to say for me. So definitely The Godfather 2. I'm putting 2 because everyone else said The Godfather. As a comedy, I personally love Daddy's Home 2. That's a classic.
Over part 1.
I've only seen part 1 one time, honestly, and I know 2 is very good.
Didn't we see Daddy's Home?
I don't think I did. I haven't seen
As
it.
Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg.
I haven't seen it.
You should watch it.
We
And
might have
Daddy's
seen
Home
it.
2 is a Christmas movie, in fact.
We might have seen it at Friday
Oh
dinner one
no,
time.
we didn't see it. We didn't see
We
it.
seen the first one at Friday
Is it
dinner.
rated R?
No, it's not.
No,
It's not.
really?
No, it's not.
Oh,
That's what I think. I thought
Maybe.
it was bad.
maybe.
I don't think.
If I've seen it,
Maybe.
it sucks. If I haven't, it might not suck.
Oh, I
Doesn't
forgot to
suck.
put Waterboy on my list.
Oh, Waterboy's
Waterboy.
hilarious.
Waterboy's
Waterboy is so funny.
mediocre.
Oh, he's
Waterboy's
so
so
good.
funny,
The
dude.
Cable Guy is good too.
Oh, The Truman Show's my 3rd movie.
And Truman Show. Stranger Than Fiction
Stranger
is
Than
good.
Fiction. Stranger Than Fiction.
I like Stranger Than Fiction a lot.
Really?
It's good. It was really good. That one and Forrest Gump. They're kind of
Gump's
like
a good one.
a lot of people say that they're comedies, but I kind of disagree on
Forrest
them.
Gump is not.
Because they've got funny parts in them, funny characters, funny things like that. But I wouldn't say the movie as a whole is a comedy.
Probably not.
I don't know.
Forrest Gump's
It's a
probably
drama.
top 3 movie.
What's
yeah.
the one with Adam Sandler where he's golfing?
Oh,
Oh,
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Hockey player turned golfer.
That
Two
was pretty
opposites.
sick.
I wanted to talk about what you guys think makes a movie great, whether it's sentimental value, like Peter said, or just great plot,
Or just being stupid.
or like The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger, just an actor being in a role that they do incredibly well. If that makes it really good, what do you think is the most important thing that makes a movie great?
The most important thing for a great movie is for there to not be anything bad. Because if you have a movie that's 9/10 good and then the ending sucks, like The Batman, that cuts
That was
Wow.
super
That was so
anticlimactic.
that cuts a lot of quality off the movie.
These
Or
days-
even if there's just one little thing, it's like one actor that didn't fit the part right. Everything else could be amazing, but the movie's not going to be
Because
good.
the Batman had the guy playing Batman was great, and the whole
That was an interesting take. Yeah.
cinematography was great. The
Yeah.
colors they used.
Everything was great
was- yeah.
until the last half
Yeah.
hour.
Well, the actual master plot or whatever was just so.
When Batman's fighting all these
Well, he
other.
hasn't seen
Oh,
it.
you've not seen it?
Have you seen the Batman? Robert Patterson?
The new one.
I have not seen the
I will
news.
not
It's
spoil it.
worth-
fine.
It's
alright.
worth
It's
watching.
worth yeah, it's really good. It's
Whoever
really
just
well
watched
done.
Is in the way.
Yeah, that one. You gotta know that part of it.
It's the biggest plot point.
Yeah.
The song.
So you could say that's a big hole in the plot, though. Not gonna say why, but anticlimactic ending.
Yeah.
You
It's not
should
a hole in
watch
the
it.
plot.
Just ending sucks. Well, it's not a hole in the plot, but it makes the plot be not as good.
It kind of ruins it.
Well,
Yeah.
the climax just is so because the actors were quite good. Like it was a very interesting Batman portrayal, and the
Yeah.
villain was very good, very interesting. I felt like he was kind of reminiscent of Heath Ledger's. Well, not really.
Yeah, he was.
He was
Yeah.
reminiscent,
In
but
ways-
kind of in an opposite way.
In ways, he resembled the.
Yeah. I was getting real Dark Knight vibes when I watched it because it felt really similar to me, but not that
It was different enough to be a different movie.
Yeah, for sure.
But it was good. It resembled it enough so that you're like, it's still Batman, and it's still. It took the parts of it that were. It took some parts of it that were good,
Yeah.
and then it ruined it.
The ending wasn't that
It
awful.
wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
It just wasn't.
It was
enough.
bad when you think
It
about
wasn't
it.
enough. Yeah, because all the stuff he was doing up to that was so. It was on.
One of the things I think makes good movies is how the actual setting and the colors and stuff. Like the Batman movies all like have this specific like color palette that you see when you're watching, which is amazing.
So gray the whole movie. You couldn't really see anything.
Well, no, like the Batman, the newest one had more like a orangey yellowy feel to it, right? It had a different feel compared to the other ones.
They were all like gray, black,
Yeah.
like navy,
Yeah.
sort of.
Depressed.
I didn't even pay attention to that. I just thought it was dark.
It's just always dark.
I thought it was, I don't know. I thought
I
it was
mean,
gray.
a dark
part of
orange
it.
is still dark.
But I thought it was like gray and black, dark. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe you're right, but
I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember that.
I don't know. I haven't seen the new
Well,
one.
that too.
I can't comment on that.
I can't say whether you're right or not.
And then certain movies like have really good settings, like the Lord of the Rings have that landscape
Yeah, that
setting
was
the
awesome.
whole
Yeah.
time.
Lord of the Rings has one of the best settings.
I
And the
slept through a lot
soundtracks.
of Lord of the Rings.
Really? You haven't watched it since?
I did
You haven't
not.
seen the whole
I
thing?
didn't love those movies. They moved a little slow.
They are
We
really
watched
slow.
all the
I mean,
movies.
Do not read the book.
Hobbit-
It
the
is so
Hobbit
slow.
movies
I know,
are better.
I know.
Holy cow!
I fell asleep 10 pages into it.
I
My
had-
dad was
yeah.
like, "You have to read this book. It's so good."
The Hobbit is really good.
The
The
books
Hobbit,
are really
yeah,
the
good.
Hobbit is superb. The
I-
Lord of the Rings, it's like
I read The Hobbit when I was like
it's a bit slow.
The
7.
books?
It was a pretty good book.
bit slow.
You're just weak.
No,
Those are like the best books ever.
they're very slow.
They're not the best
They're
books
not.
ever.
They're not.
It's
They're
interesting.
top 10.
It's
They're
interesting
really
top
for you
10.
to say.
What makes what's
You're a
this supposed
bookworm.
to
You read a lot.
Yeah, you are.
You read too much.
You're like a nerd.
Yeah,
Not
I went
like a
on
nerd,
Twitter
you're
and
a
I
nerd.
saw you posting something about speed reading.
I read 250 pages in an hour the other
Okay.
day.
You're a bookworm. That's bookworm.
Pages
Fletcher.
worth of tweets.
What?
Pages of tweets. You know,
Yeah,
you can
you
just scroll
just-
through those
You
really
can just
fast.
scroll and it's like, wow, I just went through a week worth of tweets. That's awesome. It's a lot worse. A lot worse than
It's
reading.
horrible.
Just Twitter for 250
I'm just gonna
pages.
say, who knows the most things here about?
Stuff
Random,
that doesn't matter.
garbage.
Random
Stuff,
garbage.
garbage.
Yes.
But
Yes,
it's
you get
me.
that.
Congrats.
Congrats. Are you proud of yourself?
I'm very proud of myself.
That's good.
I just know like every single thing about like baseball. That's it. That's all I know.
It's a
That's-
it's a
Trigonometry.
Right there. No, I don't know anything about trigonometry. I got a 63 on the last test in trigonometry. I don't really want to talk about it.
But Bobby brought it up anyway.
Thank you for that, Bobby. I was just proving
Let's
the
talk
point.
about baseball.
I was just proving the point. I was just proving the point that in the car when we were talking about trigonometry, that you haven't gone to high school at all. You have no high school education. You can't do geometry. You can't do trigonometry.
Are you
You
serious?
can't do physics. He doesn't know.
It's true.
He doesn't know what the x root 3 side is on a 30, 60, 90 triangle. He can't do that for his life.
Yeah. So
Wow.
when do you ever need that?
You need math.
But that
You don't
proves
need trigonometry.
I'm smarter than you in math. And I got a 63 on it.
Oh man.
I will say my grade is still a 73. It's still a 73. Pretty solid.
C's to degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My GPA is still a 4 because it's an honors class. It's got the weighted.
Splendid.
That's the class you can afford to screw up a little bit.
Yeah, I have all honors classes, so I can screw up a little bit in all of them.
Dylan, what do you think makes a great movie?
So we talked about setting, plot holes, obviously actors. I mean, some like with leading roles like Heath Ledger or like whoever plays Vito in The Godfather, where it's kind of like you get
Brando.
whatever. But yeah, but when you get so into a role and you become it, and you kind of it's so weird because I remember I don't remember what movie it was. Some people were talking about different actors on sets, how like the whole time they'll be in the character and it's really, really intense. But some people are able to switch it on and off, which I guess is the difference between what people call method acting, where you actually try to become the person by like doing what you think they would do. I haven't seen Suicide Squad, but I know.
Oh,
What was his
that
name?
one's not
It's
good.
supposed to.
movie.
Yeah, I've heard that, but the guy who played the Joker, I know, did that. I don't remember.
Yeah.
What
his
did he
name
do?
is. What? the submersive thing where it's like he's
You try to
he's being the role even outside of filming.
So he's killing people?
No, not like that.
Yeah,
but
he's
he was
killing
like
people.
he was like
But,
being a creep.
He's
But, like,
in jail.
He's
Ledger for the Joker.
practicing.
You're not supposed to actually shoot them. I'm sorry. I was part of the rule.
I'm an actor.
You're free to go.
That's genius. That's how you get away with murder, I guess.
I think a good movie is as simple as having good sounds, good soundtrack, good sound effects. If I see like a punch and it has like a terrible sound effect, it immediately just like takes the movie down a notch. Like if you have a good even a good goofy sound, that'll make me laugh. If you like whack somebody with a golf club and go like that's a good sound, that's a good movie.
Like last night, that one had some goofy sounds.
Yeah.
They were not timed up right.
The Reservoir Dogs.
Like I punt you.
That's a good movie.
It was like this.
It's a good movie. It's like, and it went, but the sound effects were terrible.
And it was so badly timed. Like the punching looked so.
What
fake.
kind of movie was it?
It was like
A thriller?
a robbery, but like
It was like a heist movie.
a heist movie,
kind
but
of,
the heist movie like went wrong, and I won't spoil it. But there was like
It's really
a
good.
rat, and the police showed up, and it was a good movie. I would recommend it. I don't usually like movies because I don't have a very long attention span, but it was nice and short, right to the point. There wasn't any boring parts.
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir
Watch the
Dogs.
movie.
It gets a thumbs up for me.
It's only an hour and a half long, so
It's great.
we got an hour and a half.
Wow.
Great
Movies are never
so long now. It's ridiculous.
movies are never
I like
like
long
that.
movies.
I don't need.
Well,
a
if
long
it's
movie.
a
I like a long movie.
if it's a really good movie, of course.
If
But,
I'm
like,
paying for a
more
movie,
than-
I'd like it to be long.
Like
Yeah,
But
that's
if
true,
I'm
yeah.
at home and I just want something to do, I don't want to be bored while I'm
Yeah.
doing it.
Like that Jurassic Park, the new Jurassic World movie, we were gonna start to watch that. We went 15 minutes in, and it sucked so bad. And then we realized it was 2 hours and 50 minutes long.
Have any of you
And if-
seen that?
No.
If it was an hour and a half long, I could have probably stomached my way through it. But the fact that it was so long, and there was so much dumb stuff
Well,
going
the Jurassic Park movies are all just really bad.
But the plot line was
the
just
first
so
one's sick.
The first
inherently
one's
The first
bad.
one's sick. The first Jurassic Park.
The
I mean,
first
come
Jurassic
on.
World's kind of good too.
It's
I haven't seen that
it
one.
was-
Wait, Jurassic. Which one was the first one?
Jurassic
Jurassic Park.
That one, the first
The
one was
first
good.
one,
Yeah.
The first
After
one
that,
was
two
good.
were
2 and
bad,
3
yeah.
you can watch once, I guess.
Yeah, they're fine.
But
They
you wouldn't
blend together.
rewatch
You
that.
wouldn't remember the plot or any of that. You just remember
It's
these scenes
more of the same
the
thing.
scenes were kind of cool. The first two Jurassic Worlds, they kind of got you to keep with them because I thought they were they were exciting. They tried to make it very intense, and they did a pretty good job doing that. The plots were really dumb, but
But the new one
they
was
made
like
them intense.
there were people like trying to rescue dinosaurs. There were people trying to control the
It was
dinosaurs.
boring.
There was like a clone girl.
Pick something.
It was
Pick
so
one thing.
stupid.
Yeah.
There was just,
and
like,
it was all
6
boring.
different-
None of it was exciting at all. It was
If you
just
have
like
a good
Don't
plot
stop.
that's like
We don't have
a bad plot but it's like interesting, or like a good plot but it's like hectic, those can
Yeah.
both get pulled off. But if you have like a terrible unconcentrated plot, there's no reason.
We've got 6 bad ideas. Let's combine
I mean,
them all
yeah.
and hope
Yeah,
it
that's-
turns out
it is
well.
it is the sixth Jurassic
Well, part
Park
of the
movie.
issue
How much
is-
can you do with that?
Part of the other issue with it though is the year gap between the two. Like
Yeah.
the one before was released like 3 years ago, and then there was like the one before that was like another 3 years. Since those two weren't classic movies like the originals,
Yeah,
you
don't
lose
remember.
so much of the storyline.
I had no clue. Other than Chris Pratt, I was like, who are these people?
Yeah, that was bad too.
Because, like, yeah, I mean,
Bad timing.
yeah, there's nothing redeemable. I'm surprised it took them that long because it was popular. It should have been it was
Lack
probably
of planning.
yeah.
It takes
Probably-
time to make a
I know, but it was
movie.
probably a very high priority movie.
Well, they probably didn't think let's make the part 3 well
Yeah,
before the second one comes
they're
out.
thinking it's probably gonna die with this one. We're just gonna wait and see what happens.
Hey, that's that.
I'm kidding.
Probably don't put millions of dollars into making a movie if you don't think it's gonna do well.
Yeah,
Then it's gonna break even.
we're gonna break even off of this one and go out with a horrible bang.
You know something I find fascinating about movies? Avatar. supposedly the highest grossing movie ever, you never see any references to it in pop culture.
I mean, did you any of you guys see like the new Avatar movie?
No,
that
I haven't
one?
seen the original.
No, but like the picture of the guy and everyone's like, look, Lil Mosey's in the Avatar. Have you seen that picture?
No, I haven't.
No.
No, it's like a picture of one of the Avatar people, and he's got like they edited in like the curly hair and the chain, and they look exactly the same. And it was all over Twitter. It was kind of fun.
Might be worth watching.
Yeah,
Just-
I
Avatar
don't know.
was
It's
not-
like 3 hours long.
Yeah,
Avatar was not a good movie.
it was a good movie.
It
But
was
wasn't
alright.
worth it.
It was a mediocre.
It
It was a
wasn't.
4 out of 10 movie.
4 out of 10.
4 out
I'd give
of
it a good 7.
Just it wasn't enjoyable. The special effects were bad.
That
And
was
the
supposed
plot wasn't that interesting. So all
Isn't the
three of
scenery
it.
supposed to be really good?
Yeah.
Well, it was
kinda
good
fun.
for then.
That's all I've heard.
It was
about
good
it.
for 2000, whatever 2007. But in 2021 or whenever I watched it, it looked really outdated.
It was good for what it was.
It was like it was groundbreaking then, but it looks bad now. That's what I think. Maybe the new version they did it better.
It's supposed to, isn't
I've
there
heard
like
it's pretty good.
extended editor's cut of the new one? It's like 7.5 hours.
I think so.
Really? Oh.
Director's cut.
Director's cut, yeah, whatever. But it's still
Just-
anyone who watches that deserves some sort of prize. You get an extra 4.5 hours because 3 hours isn't long.
You're getting your
enough.
money's worth.
That's like
I mean,
a
15
waste of a
bucks we
day.
will lock
Yeah.
you in here.
yeah, 7 hours. Yeah,
And
that
then
is
you
like
go-
a whole day.
Then you have to go to the bathroom. You're like, oh, I missed part of it. I gotta go back.
If you're that devoted, then
You bring a pan, a bucket.
A pan?
a
Yeah.
pan.
I was
That's
thinking-
that wouldn't even help.
It's
That
an
would just
easy-
spray
it's an
everywhere.
easy-
No, a
Interesting choice.
bedpan. You know, like in a
Oh,
hospital.
Oh, well, you didn't say that. You said a pan.
said a
Yeah,
pan.
we were thinking.
What are you
the
cooking?
bacon
What are you
pan.
You gotta bring a whole meal in there. You gotta bring a
Oh.
stove,
Wait,
make some eggs.
But then you're gonna
7
piss
hours?
in the pan that you
No, that's not what I meant.
He doesn't want
That's
to do
what I
dishes. It's clean, I
That's
promise.
what I used. Yeah.
It's not what I. Alright, whatever.
It was interpreted that way. Argument you cannot win.
You didn't say bedpan, so
See you later.